Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to a production of the program. Here we are on TV once again, once a day, every day, turn on the machines and live forever. It's Friday. Made it back all the way around to Friday from last Friday and the Friday before that. And how many Fridays is it? It's the last day of July. And we're going to be moving into August. What a world. Oh, man. Remember 4th of July? Everybody's doing things. Didn't do anything. That was the beginning of July. Now we're at the end of July. Now we're going into August, which, you know, for every other year, it's the month with nothing going on in it. But maybe we should start talking about August tomorrow when it's August. We're going to talk about July today when it's July and think about all of July when we've been here in the basement not doing anything. Seems like forever and no time at all, just like all time. Remember July? It's like, yeah, it seems like just yesterday, but also it seemed like a lifetime ago. At the same time, people were out there doing things when they shouldn't be doing stuff. Just quit doing things. My friends out there in TV land, thank you for joining me in this very difficult, challenging time. It's hard. It's a hard life. It's yesterday I did the program at 8:45. We were talking to Laura and Jackson. I think we were talking about pottery a little bit. Laura's eating ice cream. I don't know. I don't remember all that much about it. And then after the program, I went to I went upstairs. I sat here. I'm doing some computer things, and then I went upstairs, and then I went to sleep, and then I went to slept a long time. Went to work today. I think I made food this morning. I made this food that I'm going to be eating right now. I made it in the morning, and I'm going to eat it at night. So what an exciting time out there. I see people, everybody's wearing the masks out there, and it's a weird time. It's like now it's just like people are living their lives with the masks, and it's new rules, new life. You know, viewers, you're doing always the same thing, but I guess what's new with that? Like, we're always doing the same kind of things, and we've been living the same kind of life this whole time. So what's the difference? You can call the number up there. It's 360-836-4384. Get yourself on TV with the message, or if you're at 8:45 and you're looking at this live on YouTube or wherever else you are, you can call into the Zoom. The Zoom is at YDHWM.com. That's that down here, this thing, YDHWM.com. I'm plugging into the Zoom right now. Here it is. Anybody on the Zoom? No, there's nobody on the Zoom. We could look at the messages too. But I'm still going to be doing some talking before we get to the messages. Let's see. Now here's the thing. Karaoke due to low participation and time-consuming post-production. Karaoke is going back to once a month. Looks like. Dance or Dance still every Friday, huh? They're on right now, but I'm not gonna go look. That was the email we got. Other than that, no messages. But we got somebody's getting on the Zoom. It's Freddy. Hi, Freddy. Freddy. How are you? Oh yeah, you're looking at the YouTube? How are you? Oh yeah, you're looking at the YouTube?
Man, I'm kind of blown out. The audio is really blown out.
Of the Zoom?
Yeah, the Zoom audio is like totally crunchy. Yeah, Zoom crunchy.
All right. Try now. How about now?
I'm gonna see. I gotta wait. Oh yeah, I was waiting to hear it, but I actually need to talk to you now. Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Okay, good. Well, there is some screeching sounding and stuff though.
The screeching will stop now.
Did you get a haircut, Freddy?
I did get a haircut. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
You're the first person to mention it actually today.
Oh wow.
And I worked. I worked today. I worked the whole shift.
Nobody said anything, huh?
I asked one coworker. I said, "I got a haircut. Did you notice?" And they're like, "I noticed," but they didn't say anything for some reason.
Yeah, it's a weird world.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
Oh, what has changed? I mean, I think you're right though. I actually called in because you said something about how everyone's wearing masks now, and it's true.
Yeah.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
And honestly, sometimes I see people who otherwise I think would be like too tough or too like opinionated to wear a mask or something, and then they're just like wearing a mask because we have completely changed the world.
Yeah.
Like it's actually different now, and people are just like, okay, like maybe they don't even want to, but they have to, and so they do.
Yeah, it's mask world now.
Yeah.
So it's like now we got. I mean, we got it, but it's weird. It's like the haircut thing. It's like nothing surprises me anymore. Today, somebody was just like whining at me, which is like okay, it's okay to be, But I was just like, they're like this thing is bad. This thing is bad, and I'm like, yeah, it's bad, but you sound surprised. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's all the world is like messed up and weird right now, and they're like, did you hear about this thing? I'm like, yeah, I did hear about that, but it's like no longer a surprise. Like I always think that I'm gonna be. I've been saying this now is that I'm gonna be going home and I'm gonna be like attacked by an axe murderer because I've been biking, and I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna like bike away from them and just be like, yeah, I just got attacked by an axe murderer, like, like, just like not surprised by just like total craziness anymore. Like,
I guess the biggest surprise is that this is the last day of July, and like somehow.
Oh my God!
Even though we're like living in like a really arduous world right now, where everything seems like it takes forever and is kind of like brutal. Here we are, and it's like that month just flew by. Like I can't even believe it's already time.
Yeah. Well, you started working. I was watching an episode last night. So you started working in about the beginning of the month, and that'll really do some time stuff. Yeah, it's weird. The world is weird. It's been, remember, like, it seems like I remember New Year's. Remember New Year's with the kid and Nick Nurburn?
Oh yeah, right.
That was like New Year's Day
of 2020.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So. Crazy time. So everybody's got the masks. It's like you're seeing it now. It's just like it's good that they're wearing the masks, but now the world seems like moderately normal, and I kind of feel like I feel a lot better. I'm still not going to go anywhere, but now that it's like everybody's wearing the mask, so everybody's just like, it's good that they are, but it's still sad that we have to, and weird. But also, it's like, how did we not wear them before?
Like. The whole time everyone was like looking forward to someday going back to normal, which there's a lot of answers to that, which particularly one is that like normal was not actually good to begin with. So what we come out of should probably be better than normal, whatever normal was. But either way, when it's eventually time for us to take the masks off, I also think it's going to be the same graduated way that we got here. Like we got here in this funny way where the people who like didn't want masks like put them on last, and now they're wearing them. Like the motorcycle tough guys coming into my coffee shop now, they're putting on masks and stuff, when it's like somehow I think maybe they wouldn't have done that and you'd have to tell them to put the mask on. Now they're just doing it because every place is requiring it and they've been asked to do it enough where they know that they're like, when they come in, they got to wear it. Like sometimes like they're going into a bar and they have to like wear the mask, and then they know once they get a drink and sit down and start drinking it, they can take it off and they're fine or something. But it's like everyone's doing it now, and then like, but that took a long time. I feel like even at the beginning of this month, it was a lot of stuff where I'd like go to a place and like look inside and be like, okay, who's all wearing a mask? Is everyone wearing a mask or not? And sometimes I'd like not go in if there wasn't people who were not wearing a mask. So
yeah, it's a weird day. It's like also was like we had like 5 days of like crazy extreme sunniness, and then today's like back to a regular day of like overcastness. So it seems like kind of eerie in the world out there. So it's like it's weird times. Everything is. It's like also.
Yeah, I've been trying to regrow the grass on my front yard, and this heat wave has really been challenging. Because even when it's like a normal day, you're kind of supposed to water it every day, but you water it, and then the sun just dries it immediately. So if it dries it immediately, you know it's not actually like in the ground at all. It's just like still dry dirt underneath the grass. So
what do?
You just keep watering it. You gotta like get a little sprinkler. I got a sprinkler.
You gotta like get like punch holes in the ground and hold the water in there or something.
That's true. Yeah, a little aerator.
Yeah,
I got one of those.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's like there's like this thing where like it like pokes 4 big holes in the ground. You just like
that's
like,
4. That's for water to hold water.
I don't know what it's for. Maybe it's called an aerator, and like somehow
like air
punching holes there. But it makes room, and then the roots like grow into that, and the holes fill back up or something. Like, and then there's just like space. It's just like things need space to grow.
They're not used
negative
to
space.
Yeah. They're used to the ground though.
That's true, but like when they find an edge, they'll poke out into it, and they're like, "Oh, I can like freak out in this zone," and it fills up with dirt.
Yeah.
Because of the rain.
Where is the rocks? Because like dirt is like plants, right?
Yeah.
Like everywhere on the world, there's like dead plants for like a long time. Because like if you dig a hole, you're gonna hit like a rock eventually.
Yes, mini rocks. Oh, you mean like a giant rock, like a super rock,
like the Earth, like the rock.
I have to dig a really big hole, but like if you even just dig a small hole, you're gonna get like rocks this size.
Yeah.
Like, and then I think they just get bigger down below.
Because people dig foundations and basements and stuff, and that's not rocks. Yeah. They're not like digging into rocks or even like mines.
No, they are digging into rocks. They just have to like get the rocks out. Like my parents in Eastern Washington built a house from nothing. Basically, they bought like a blank piece of property.
Yeah.
Then dug a foundation, and every time I go over to Eastern Washington, I like take back tons and tons of rocks just for like gardening, like, you know, basically beautification process or something. Mm-hmm. Like you can outline gardens with them or use them or something. But they basically like to dig a foundation. You like dig up a ridiculous amount of rocks of like crazy sizes. They had to buy a tractor to get some of those rocks out. So they had like a tractor now.
So they're like, gotta be at least like 2 feet to not be able to pick it up. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like pretty big. Yeah, like about 2 feet, you know. Or like, I mean, obviously some of them you could pick them up, but like, yeah. What are you gonna do? You're like in a hole. You're digging in a foundation. How are you gonna like lift this giant rock enough to like get it out of the foundation, and then what do you do with it? You got to move them around. So
that's weird. You know, like I had this like really. This is like a really weird thing to think about, though. But I was writing about bricks. I was like really into bricks like 2 or 3 years ago. Remember this?
The crackers?
No, bricks.
Bricks.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. I remember bricks.
What crackers sound like bricks?
Hmm?
What's a cracker that sounds like the word brick?
Ritz.
Oh, Ritz. I was really into Ritz.
Ritz.
I'm not really one for Ritz. I don't like Ritz too much. I think if I like had to go for a cracker, I would go for like maybe a pita chip or just like a classic like club cracker. Do they call it?
Yeah, I don't like Ritz either. That's like everyone loves. I mean, I'm not sure. I think from my childhood, I thought everyone likes Ritz.
Yeah, but they're very weak. I think.
I think they're sweetened too. They put sugar in the cracker.
They're like sweetened, and they're just like they don't you like. What do you dip it? You can't dip them. You can only place things on it. Like if you.
I feel like I've tried to dip it into a cheese dip, and like it's snapped in half.
Yeah, it would just snap in half. Like you can't dip a Ritz. You got to like make them individual. I think if you look at the package, it like shows you to put things on it, and then you have like an hors d'oeuvre plate, and so there's no dipping a Ritz. Just like you got to
like slice a piece of cheese and then put like half a pimento olive on there, and then it's like a Ritz. But that's like placing it on top. You're not like using it as a tool.
You got to dip.
That's like a cracker is like half like edible, half tool. You know, you're like using it to like grab another object.
Yeah, Ritz you can't do that with anyway. But maybe the future of crackers is like dip is not going to be so big anymore, at least for a while. At least like
dip is kind of dirty. Yeah. We're moving away from those kinds of things.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to Izzy's for like a year. I was like in my back of my mind, I was like, I want to go to Izzy's soon, and like, and I was like, I like a good buffet, and like now I'm never gonna go. I never got my chance. 'Cause I think it was like Dan's birthday the one time. I was like, I should go here more often. Like I thought about that, and I'm never gonna go back. But I don't know. I was thinking about bricks, and I was like really into bricks for some reason. I think your mom kind of told me about bricks because I was like, nobody knows about bricks, and then somehow your mom knew what bricks are. But like even like so that you got a rock, and like a big rock, it's like very hard to break. It's like a solid thing, but I guess you could smash it, and then you smash it, and then it's 2 rocks or something.
Yeah.
But then it's like
like 2 big rocks and a bunch of little tiny rocks.
Yeah, but it's like what is holding rocks together?
Atoms. I feel like it's definitely like. They are, but what made rocks to begin with? Like lava?
It's like, how do you get the rocks and then they break, and then you can't like put them back together because it's like.
But that's the same thing. Like think about like slicing a tomato, and you're like trying to like put the tomato slices back together, and they like won't go back together. There's like atoms holding everything together, where it's like the bond is at like almost a chemical level. Like it's so tiny and like interconnected that you can't see it or even hardly comprehend it. But once you like sever that connection, it's impossible to get it back to be as strong as it ever was before. Like suddenly this thing that took like what?
Like cement somehow does it. You like can cement 2 rocks or like glue them, and then they're back.
Like if you took like 2 rocks and like, but you could cement them, but you have like a big thing of cement in between these 2 rocks. Like you couldn't cement 2 rocks together with no gap. Like you could maybe use super glue, but then it would still be like way weaker than it was when it was at the atomic level, basically, or like the molecular level. But definitely cement does it. I don't know. I wonder what cement is doing. It's like it's like basically sand, and then you get it wet. And then it hardens, and then it's like maybe it expands. It must be like it's like expands. It gets the moisture in it, expands.
You're not supposed to touch it; it'll burn you if you touch wet cement. So it's got some kind of like chemical thing. Like it'll give you a chemical burn. I was thinking about it's like bricks. I was like writing about the bricks, and then thinking about like how they go together and how they don't go in cement because like sand at the beach. You make a sand castle.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like extremely weak cement. Because you can get it wet, and then it holds together, and then it dries, but it's like very, very easy to break. But it's like... So sand
is weird because sand is just tiny rocks. John says hi to everyone.
Hi, John. Is that Yellow Fellow?
I feel like if it was Yellow Fellow, he'd be talking.
Yeah, but he says hi all the time. I don't know.
Is this a different John?
I don't know. I know his name, but I don't call him John because it's such the most common name ever.
Yeah.
Like if you meet somebody and they say their name is John, you might say, "I don't believe you." Like
sand is tiny rocks.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about sand is that they use sand to make glass. Somehow they like superheat the sand, and then they make glass out of it. But I mean, glass is basically made out of rocks.
Glass is rocks, yeah.
I've got glass right here. It's like I could punch my hand right through it right now. It would shatter and it would cut me. But like it's just a rock. It's like rocks somehow transformed over many. Like first I had to go through the whole like long process of going from a rock to being a tiny rock to being like collected as sand and then superheated and placed into a plate and like put into.
If there was like a rock that was as thin as glass, but like not see-through,
yeah,
you could still break it with your hands.
That's true. That's true. But why can you see through it? How can you see through it?
Yeah. It's like diamonds are really expensive, and all they are clear rocks. Kind of the same kind of thing, right? Isn't it like carbon? Like rock, glass made out of glass is made of silicon. Is that an element? Silica? Silicon. I think silicon. I think it's made out of silicon, but that's what like chips are made of, like computer chips, not like the crackers and stuff. John, who's John? You have a nice frame backside. I don't know what that means. I don't know where Freddy went either. Oh, there you go.
I went C.
Oh. Silica. Or silicon. Or carbon. Because diamonds are made out of carbon.
Backside? What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. We both have like framed things behind us. Glass is made out of silicon, right? Or silica. Or something.
Silica?
Silica? Silicon? What if diamonds are made out of carbon? What is glass? Like,
I thought glass was sand.
Yeah, but what's like the main element in sand?
Rocks?
Iron? Yeah, like what are rocks?
Carbon? Isn't everything made out of carbon?
Carbon. Silicon. Silica. So it's like, because I know diamonds are definitely carbon.
Silica?
Glass?
Isn't that what they make microchips out of?
Silicon. Yeah, it's like Silicon Valley. Yeah. But like the glass, glass is like diamonds are expensive, but they're just clear rocks. But glass, carbon is everywhere, John. That's right. The rocks, they don't know about the virus.
No.
But they're breaking. You can put them together.
Even the trees don't know about the virus. I just edged my lawn.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I got like a edger and like it's fine. It was good. Now the grass like ends at a weird right angle. It's like all this weird.
People gotta maintain stuff all the time. Yeah. Oh, I'm queuing up the message of the future tape. That was yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Gotta look at that.
Clean angle lawn.
Inorganic. It's like that's not how the world goes. It's not what the world does.
Are you like practicing for your business?
Yeah, everything I'm doing is practicing for my business. I went to my sister's house and like practiced on her thing. Like,
your house is not like fancy at all, like on the inside. But you're gonna have like a really nice lawn and like yard.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, what a nice yard. Whoa, that house is just like wet.
I think it's gonna be nice on the inside too. I don't know. It's like I'm definitely playing house. Like, you know how people play house as a child? Now I'm playing house on like this bigger scale. Or like, I was thinking about like Minecraft. All the kids are like playing Minecraft and like, wow, look at all these things we can craft and we can like build like objects in Minecraft. And it like takes hours. They like spend maybe hundreds of hours building those like really elaborate like photographs of like people. Have you seen that on the internet?
Yeah, they make photographs where they even like have like switches that turn into computers, and then they make like Nintendo games, like old Nintendo games in Minecraft.
They're making Nintendo games? Is that real? They're like actually they're like making games in Minecraft?
They're like using like maybe, I don't know, millions of switches or something like in Minecraft to program things that are like within the world of the game are being used as like, and they're like programming it like from like binary or something.
And then they're like playing They're like playing a game.
John, I am having dinner.
Oh, nice. Good idea, John. Yeah.
I feel this might be Yellowfellow. Like this is like something silly, like borderline silly that he might be doing, but also it could be anybody.
Could be anyone named John.
Or not.
It could be anyone not named John who just picked the most ubiquitous name to call themselves. If you're not tracking with us and you're viewing on TV or something, we are talking to each other on a video chat, and somebody has joined the video chat and is talking to us in writing.
Yeah.
And that's what we keep referring to as John to the viewers if they're wondering what the hell we keep talking about, interrupting ourselves.
I am eating dinner. I did get that rice cooker, and I think it's okay. I looked at some videos about how rice cookers work later on the off time, so I don't know if it counts as oh, bye John. John left.
You heard me talking about himself.
I don't think it counts as research. I'm like, don't research that. So I was looking at it later on.
Yeah.
But so I guess when like water, there's like water in the thing, and then so the thermometer is like on the bottom of the machine, and then when the water evaporates, it gets hotter. Then so it like knows that it's a thermometer kind of system. So it's like when the bottom of the pan is hot enough, then it turns itself off. So it's like it knows, it can tell how much water is gone. So it's like there's no more, it's not like a layer of water anymore.
Yeah, makes sense. But water is a good insulator or something?
Water, yeah. So once maybe like water, it can't get hotter than 100 degrees, is that right? Like
that's true, yeah.
So maybe it like goes over 100 degrees, shuts itself off.
But I've been using the like modern pressure cooker. What is that thing called? The it's like came out before the air fryer, but it's kind of like the same. Like Instapot.
Instapot. Yeah.
I've been using that as my rice cooker. So it's a pressure cooker and a rice cooker basically.
Is it working?
In one.
Does it have a setting?
Pretty good. He has a rice setting. Yeah.
There's a fly under.
Whoa.
I wanted to focus. Come on, focus.
There was a message on the live YouTube chat. Oh, are you seeing that? Oh, I should be following this more. Dr. Sexy originally told me, asked Freddy, can you get Kenny to sort out the Zoom quality sound issues? And we got that. Low Profile said Triscuits about the rhyming.
Yeah, cracker. Is that Markley?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, Triscuits are better than Ritz, for sure.
Are you watching this, too? Lime. Okay. Rico Ritz.
Oh, lime is what rocks are made out of?
Yeah, and, I don't know.
Oh, we're getting all the answers on YouTube?
That's what concrete is. Concrete is sand and lime.
Oh, you have lime burns. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, the fly is doing its fly thing. It's gross. You can see it on Can you see the YouTube, Freddy? I'm not looking at you right now. I'm looking at the fly.
I can't look at you. I'm looking at the YouTube chat.
Oh, the fly is like rubbing its head.
Oh, you're not looking at me? Oh, that's fine. I'm actually gonna maybe I'm gonna go downstairs for a second. I'll be back.
Lime. What were you saying right before we? I thought I was going somewhere with something.
Clumsii says, I think Fly is ready for your dinner.
Oh, I was eating dinner. Are you eating dinner? Rocks.
The Fly's gonna eat your dinner. What are you eating for dinner anyway? You made food this morning.
Oh, I had the rice cooker. I did. Oh, the fly is moving. So like the fly fell off. It like lost its grip on the glass. It was like trying to climb on the TV and lost its grip. Are you going downstairs, Freddy, and coming back? Yeah, there he goes. I'm eating rice and corn and beans and eggs and peas and spinach. Because I just make a ton of it and then I just eat it. It's not that great, but it counts as food and it doesn't make you not hungry anymore. So I'm doing the thing where I'm not eating like my favorite kind of food. I'm just eating like whatever is there. So That's how I'm gonna do it these days. Oh, you're back. You're not gonna go down. Oh, did you do it? You went downstairs for a minute or
I'm
whatever?
downstairs. You back on me now?
Huh? Oh, what? Yeah, I'm back on you.
Are you still looking at the fly?
No, the fly fell off the screen and flew away. The fly was crawling on the TV, and I was following it, and it was pretty crazy. It was like some video feedback with the fly on the screen, but then the fly lost its grip.
Whoa.
Which is
What
also,
if it was like static charged?
it's like another thing is like how do flies stick to walls? They're just like
How are
so,
you done?
they're so light it doesn't matter that much. Like it doesn't take that much to.
Hairs. They've got tiny hairs on the bottom of their hands.
And then it doesn't matter. Like they're so light that it doesn't take much to stick. Maybe too.
When you get down to that level, it's like the flat surfaces are not flat. They're like got tons of tiny pores and dots and
Except
ridges
for glass.
and stuff. Huh?
Glass is probably it's hard for them to stick to glass, or harder at least.
I've seen flies land on glass with no problem. I think glass also is not as smooth as it looks. It's like looks smoother than it is.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like a really old window and it almost looks like it's made of liquid and it's like has kind of like ripples coming down towards gravity?
Yeah. I wonder if is this an active YouTube day, or are people just like commenting on the YouTube all day and I don't even know?
I wonder why you don't watch the YouTube chatting.
I guess I could start. Maybe I should start, huh?
You've got a lot of computers in front of you.
Yeah, I do.
Seems like one tab could. Clumsii says we could climb on anything. I think he's a fly.
Oh, people are. I don't know. I wonder if it's like I have to like.
Whoa! Holy shit! No, Clumsii's not a fly. Clumsii had an idea and says, what we need to do is make tiny fly hair gloves. We could make gloves with fly hairs. Yeah, that's a genius idea. We could climb on anything. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you did make a glove with that many tiny hairs, isn't that just Velcro, though? Maybe they were trying to do that with Velcro, and it doesn't work unless you're, like, already small enough. Because flies have very, very, very small amount of weight, so gravity is not, like, pulling them down. But we are, like, heavy as hell, basically. And so you, like, get those tiny, like, fly fingers.
It's a different world.
Yeah, definely. They're actually on a different time scale and weight scale than we are, both. So
yeah, I've been typing the book, and now I'm back thinking everything. Basically, everything I ever say in the program is like written in this book, which is gonna be coming out in a few months. But the whole bug thing, they're in different dimensions. Yeah. You know how they're like, there's so many dimensions. Like people, it's like a sci-fi concept, the concept of dimensions.
Right.
But really,
what you're talking about is the fourth dimension. Like the fourth, they're like moving in the fourth dimension at a different speed than we are.
So yeah,
in a sense, or at least experiencing the fourth dimension in the same way that they're actually experiencing all the like three physical dimensions differently too because of their size difference. I've heard that like flies cannot understand music because the sound waves are actually like made at the like a physical wave.
Yeah.
That's like set up for our eardrums. Like we comprehend sound in a different way than even just beings that are like smaller than us do because it's hitting us in different ways.
And it's like up and down. Things are up and down, and they don't perceive like us as even things that are alive.
You think so? I wonder about that. Because we're like actively trying to kill them sometimes.
Yeah, but they're just like seeing like falling things. They're like, oh, this thing is falling on me. I'm gonna run.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But like, if
is we lower than them, right? Like basically, like, to their time scale.
If there was something that was as big as we are to a fly, it would be so big. It would be incomprehensible. It would be like into the sky. Like it'd be like. That doesn't even seem like a thing. It would be like we wouldn't be able to see the whole thing of it.
I think that's why they can get stuck. Flies can get stuck inside like a building, where we're like, "Wow, you're in a building. You're not even outside. Like, go outside, fly."
Yeah.
And they're so small that like the ceiling could just very well be like the sky. Like there's no there's like inside and outside is no difference to them.
But you know that there's like there's like mites in your hair.
Oh, what?
Like all
Me?
everybody has mites
Oh, okay.
in your hair.
Yeah. I thought
In
you
your
were
hair, you're dirty. Oh, also,
Yeah.
I asked some people about their fingers. Anyway, speaking of you being different, so like I asked like everybody yesterday. Not that bendy of fingers. So
Really?
far, no one. You have the most bendy, and nobody else had the shoe problem either. I've been asking everybody about the shoe. Like, what? I don't know if it's. Yeah, I guess it could be like that because it's like a medical issue, but not like a I'm weird. That's like not something to worry about, but medical issues are something to worry about.
I'm actually fine with it. I'm not serious.
Yeah, but if it could be, I mean, if it's a medical issue though, it is kind of a medical issue for you. So maybe it is kind of like that for you if you're like discovering a medical issue.
The thumb is not a medical issue, but the toe thing, I guess it's like it's not it would not be a medical issue if shoes were made for me.
Yeah.
It's just like shoes are not made for me, and so they literally give me ingrown toenails if I'm wearing the wrong shoe.
Yeah, but so the mites, you got mites in your eyebrows, and
right.
Maybe in your hair, maybe everywhere there's mites, like in the ground, like everything is covered in mites. Like you don't think there is, but the mites are fly size to flies.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. The mites are like the insect to the fly. Like to us, they're like unseeable objects, but to them, they're like, whoa, that's the bugs.
Yeah.
That's bugs.
Yeah. So there's bugs, and those mites are still bugs. It's not like those mites are like some kind of like bacteria little squirmy thing. Like if you look at a mite, it looks like a bug.
Basically, yeah, it's like.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's got a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, doing that thing. Yeah.
They're like,
I've seen a mite.
Yeah, a mite looks like maybe a roach or something.
Yeah.
So the flies.
They're white. They don't usually have a lot of color. They're like, or I don't know. Maybe that's just how they.
Yeah, I think that's photography, maybe.
Yeah.
But so there's mites everywhere. So the flies are seeing the mites. So they're seeing the mites. Maybe they're eating the mites.
Mites? What do they eat? They eat garbage.
Flies eat poop. Yeah. Oh, they say flies eat poop because they digest they eat poop. And then there's mites everywhere too, and so the mites can see them, and then like how many maybe the mites, they might have another level of mites. Like how many levels does it go down before there's like until you're getting to bacteria or something?
Yeah, is that the next level is bacteria? Because I know we also have living bacteria on our skin. Like the entire our entire skin is covered with like these microscopic living things constantly.
So I was trying to figure out, like when I was thinking about the whole dimensions thing, is like, is there animals at every single scale going down, or is like there big jumps in scales? Like
the scales are jumps themselves. Like even if you think about the scale of like a bug or like this fly to us, it's like that's a huge jump, and then the jump from the fly to the mite is another big jump where both of them are like almost equidistant from each other, all three of us in the line.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense going down. We can like really comprehend things like down until we get to like atoms or something like that. And then upwards from us is like maybe an elephant, or probably a better example would be like the whale.
So
like
the blue whale, it's like what? How big is a blue whale? Like maybe like only like 6 people, right? Like long?
What? No, way bigger than that. They're gigantic. Like
more than
like 30 people.
30 people? They're 180 feet long. Like if a person was 6 foot tall. Like they're bigger than a football field? I think they're like half a football field.
Half a football field? I don't know. I'm not sure how big it is.
I think a blue whale is half a football field. I don't think there's ever been an entire football field. No, what? A football field is 300 actually. So half is 180. That's.
I feel like a whale could be a football field long.
Yeah. All right. So that's 300. That's 550. That's 50.
I'm not looking anything up. Clumsii has something. Let's see. Clumsii recommends a book called Secret House, that shows magnified pictures of the mites all around us all the time, and then also, what's the scale that jumps up from us? Okay, so right,
Yeah,
the
blue
whale,
and blue whales
and like, what's the thing that's the size of? So we got the whale. I would say, like, to us, like to the whale, we are the size of a fly.
Really?
So
But I think, because the whale is about, if it's the size of a football field, it's 50 people. If it's 300 feet, right?
really,
Because it's people are 6 feet on average, or 30, so that's 5, right? 50. I think 300 divided by 6, 50, right?
yeah.
So, like, a fly, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fly has got to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A fly is like your hand is like 10 flies, maybe.
Okay.
So it's like 10, 10, 20, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. Yeah, maybe. Flies to, like us to whales and flies, so yeah.
At least the whale is the largest thing I can think of on Earth that we know of, right?
No, the blue whale, they say it's the biggest thing that there is.
Yeah.
So,
and so then, like, we have to imagine another thing that's the size to that thing is the size of a fly. The blue whale is the fly size.
yeah.
And
then 50 of those
can't exist on Earth. But then, like, we've never thought about maybe even the universe from that scale.
Yeah, but there's like, I guess mushrooms or something are infinitely huge, and maybe go all the way across the world.
Right, that's true. They're the size of the whole planet.
But I kind of think that it's either like going to be recursive, like as we like, because like if we're, it's like Horton hears a who, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's like this thing that's so small, but there's a whole world in there. And maybe,
Yeah.
or it's also like, I think in Men in Black, which is kind of stupid, but like, you know, there's like the universe.
Yeah.
On the belt of the cat or whatever. So it's like a universe.
Oh, you know, Men in Black is actually playing at the Skyline Drive-In right now.
I don't want people to be doing fun things. They're like,
what? Just drive-in. Come on, you go to the drive-in.
I just gotta go to the bathroom. I just gotta like.
You're in your own car.
Like, no. That's what I'm saying. It's like. Like, quit trying to hold on to fun so hard. You're like I just want to have fun. I'm trying to desperately cling on to fun.
People are always going to have fun. You know, it's like, even if they're like not trying to have fun. I was having fun at work today. I was like,
I mean, yeah, that's why you can have fun at work. You can have fun in your mind. Use your imagination. But, like, people are just like desperately clinging to like going to I've got to go to the theater. Like yeah, you can go to the theater. I mean, it's not that bad.
That's a better theater to go to than one where everyone's just in their own car, though.
I mean, it's better than that. It is better than the theater, but you're just like still just like clinging on to some weird thing. It's like some, but whatever. You can go. I'm not gonna stop you from going to the movie from the drive-in.
But Men in Black and Fast and the Furious playing.
Oh, that does sound good.
Like 2 really good movies.
I mean, like the people at my job, they've been trying to get me to do things. And they're like, I'll drive you to this thing. Come on, just go to the thing. We'll wear the mask. I'm like, so I'm like, and I'm tempted to do it, but I'm like, no, I'm doing nothing. I'm not going to do anything. Like, but
why are you trying to have fun?
The thing. So there maybe there's like we're like space is so big, but we're a small speck in another world.
Clumsii says, to a whale, we'd be like a hamster or a chihuahua.
But a chihuahua, there's only like 4 chihuahuas, though. Like, a hamster... Yeah, maybe a hamster. A hamster is like 5 chihuahuas, though. I mean, or the other way around. 5 hamsters is a chihuahua. But, like, maybe there's like a whole world that's like bigger. We're just like, our whole universe is an atom, and maybe there is another atom that's smaller, and in every atom there's a whole nother universe, and maybe it's recursive too. All right, here I'm gonna call Grandma.
one thing I just realized is that there are
Kenny,
less.
Hi, Grandma.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I don't think there's nobody here.
Yeah, I'm calling to see how you're doing.
Yeah. So I'm by myself.
You got water
Yeah,
right now?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you eat dinner?
So what are you doing? You talk to me. I don't.
I'm just at my house. I'm in my basement. I don't go anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I don't leave the house except for to go to work only and come back. Not everybody's staying inside, Grandma. The whole world, nobody's having too much fun, you know? Oh. Grandma, I think Grandma hung up or something by accident. That's okay.
People aren't having fun. If they're good people, they're not having fun.
Yeah. Like,
Well, I'm having fun.
I always said that, but it was some before. I mean, it's still on a level in I don't know if it's in jest, it's in something though. But I used to. I was like doing this thing. I feel like I had this like maybe it was almost a character of this like not having fun because fun is like
Wrong.
fun is wrong, fun is immoral, fun is a sin. It was almost like this
Waste of time.
waste of time. It was like this like religious, semi-religious attitude, and now like I'm maybe I'm in it. Maybe I gotta start. It's time to actually start my religion. Maybe the program has been this whole time the center of a new religion that I didn't even know about. But then I'm not gonna be the center of the if it's a religion, I'm I'm not God. I'm Buddha. You know.
Oh yeah.
Worship me. I know what's good.
Clumsii says, a person is like 20 chihuahuas.
No. 20? Well, no. A Chihuahua is...
Foot is like, each foot is one chihuahua.
Yeah, Chihuahua's like a foot, so that's like 6.
6? You're not thinking about like, you're only thinking about like stacking them vertically. You also got to think about 2 dimension and 3 dimensions.
Well, how much does a Chihuahua weigh? Like 15 pounds?
Yeah, and I weigh like 200 pounds.
So, what's that? What's the math on that?
Let's see, 15 pounds, 2 chihuahuas is 30 pounds, 4 is 60, 5, wait, yeah.
It's 3 divided by 20. So
Huh?
6 point, about 6. That's about 6. 6
Oh, what? No way. Wait.
It's like 230, 15, 30.
How many times does, 200 go into 30?
6.
No, 15.
Oh.
15. 200 divided by 15.
1.15.
It's definitely like at least 10. So it's like 15 maybe.
It's like
15
like
chihuahuas,
13.
Depending on, like between 13 and 20 chihuahuas, depending on the person.
Yeah. But I think it's got to be I think a 200-pound person is on the upper range of all people. Well, maybe
But
not all.
that's average. I would say that's average.
Yeah, I think right at 200, yeah. But let's say if it's 300-pound person, which is easier for math, then that's 20, right?
Yeah.
If they're 15
But I think
pounds.
this is what's Clumsii said, yeah.
20?
Yeah, 20 chihuahuas.
So we're going lower than that, though. A whole third less. A whole third less than 20 is like 14, 14. So I think 14 maybe. But I'm not thinking weight wise anyway, because a fly, how much does a fly weigh? Like you'd have to have so many flies. Like
because they have like an open circulatory system, probably. They're like
flies are like barely even there. Like
I wonder if you could weigh a fly. We occasionally have flies at work. I actually killed a fly today, and I don't know. In the moment, I don't regret it. I feel sad thinking about it, but they're there and they irritate me when I'm there at work.
There's so many flies, and I don't mind killing a fly. There's like so many flies, but then like fish are mostly water, just like we're mostly water. But
Yeah.
like fish, they're in the water,
Yeah.
and your blood is like really close to the salinity of water, like our blood is, because we're fish, so we carried the ocean with us in our blood.
Yeah.
But the fish, they're in the ocean, so most of the fish is not even anything
Whoa.
because they're in the water.
That's true. I was thinking about this too, because I was like, how much of coffee is coffee and how much of coffee is just water?
Yeah.
It's like 98% water. Like barely anything is coffee. But like if you drink coffee and you drink water, it's like a huge difference to you. Like we can tell the difference so much.
Yeah. But a caffeine pill is as much caffeine in a cup of coffee, like a big coffee, and that caffeine pill is that big. Like,
and it probably has a lot of like nothing in it too, like just to make it big enough to take a pill. Yeah.
So it's
like regular random stuff.
It's very little. I mean, people like do drugs, they're like, cocaine or something. People are doing like the cocaine, the little lines of cocaine. That's like that much cocaine. It's does a big thing to you, like,
yeah.
Yeah, but the fish
That's
are
true.
jellyfish. Jellyfish are like way less.
Yeah, they don't weigh anything. They're nothing but water, basically.
Yeah. Like jellyfish are like barely there, but they're still like there. It's like, whoa, a fish. So even the flies are barely there. We're barely there. Everything is barely there. Life is such on a balance, and so is everything else. Like the rocks are barely held together by anything. Everything is weird. Yeah. Glass is made of rocks. Like what is it all about? That's something here. It's to record a message to the future.
All right.
Hey, future. It's us, the past.
We're talking about the scales of reality today.
Yeah. How many chihuahuas is in a person? We're doing some math. How many flies are in people?
Is a 15-pound chihuahua like a really fat chihuahua or what? Talking to John on the Zoom chat and Clumsii on the YouTube chat.
Rocks. Okay, bye, future. Yeah, it's like some days I'm trying to think about like how grocery stores like keep products stocked, and then some days I'm trying to think about how like rocks stick together without like other forces. So, yeah, it's weird stuff. It's better. It's like better though because I'm like if you're not a scientist, it's better.
Yeah. We do know a scientist. Actually, tomorrow is Cedar is moving to Nevada.
Oh.
No, not Nevada. Tucson, Arizona.
Oh my God! Oh, Arizona's not a good place to be right now.
This is Cedar's last day in the Pacific Northwest. Our scientist, Dr. Cedar.
People are still doing things. It's so crazy. World's so crazy. Like,
you gotta do things. He got a job, so it's like, what are you gonna do? Not take your job?
Yeah, man. It's like I think everybody else must be doing it too, but I like 2 months ago I just like had totally lost it, and then I've been on this like kind of crazy like trying to rebuild myself or something, and it's like happening, but it's like I don't know who I am anymore.
Yeah. Like you got like bricks for the soul. You know, like use bricks and mortar in the soul. You're like, what is like, we don't even know what bricks are in reality, like in the physical world. And then what are the bricks that we use to build ourselves? That's even a crazier question.
Well, I'm glad that I'm doing this program. Like, maybe I didn't. I mean, it's been like it's been a good thing in my life like this whole time, but like recently, like, because other people are just like, man, I'm really, really, really going crazy. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, yeah, me too. But it's like I have this thing where I'm just like at least venting or something, or just like doing the thing. And it's like similar. I guess the book is like a similar thing too. I don't know how I started that book right in time too. Like right before one down.
That's weird. The book is weird. I hope that soon we'll have the book in a way where people who are watching this on TV can get a copy, because to me the strangest thing is that some of the stuff you're writing about is like so incredibly relevant before the thing happened.
Yeah.
There's not really. Do you have like an easy way to tell like when one thing like when? I mean, it's like.
No, I probably should have Maybe I should have written it down, but at the time I was like, I
never
didn't.
knew.
Yeah, I knew some.
It's like we're like, there's like a weird virus. It's like it's not like you're like, okay, here we go. It's the beginning of like the basically effective apocalypse for the world that we've been living in. We had no idea. Really, it is in itself like
it's a cultural apocalypse. It's like that REM song, like the end of the world, as we know it.
As we know it, yeah,
you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying all this stuff in history or something. That's a song where he says all the history stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's call Mark. Last 5 minutes here. Maybe we'll ask Mark about brakes or rocks. So, like, Mark, what about rocks? Rocks are a vegetable.
Question from Clumsii. What do you guys think about the future of shows and live music? Feel free to ignore, but I'm curious.
They're over.
Oh yeah, it's over.
I don't think I'm ever gonna see like live music ever again.
Well, guess what? We're gonna bring live music to the program through the live video chat.
Well, is that live?
Live performance. It's live. What do you mean live? It's gonna be live happening while you're talking. You know?
Yeah, I guess that's live.
Don't leave a message
like
for
live,
360-440-4. To send a message to another subscriber,
can't leave a message.
enter the area code and phone number of the
What
person.
about Dan Dobler? You think he's awake?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
It's over.
You know,
I mean, no one's gonna stop doing music, so they're gonna invent new ways to make it happen.
Yeah.
Like, you think it's just albums, basically, no live performances?
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I really miss music. I played music. We played music, and it's sad that it's like been so long.
A lot of the music that we love didn't ever happen live. It was all made in a studio.
Yeah.
And that part can happen, and the listening can happen. Live is weird though. Yeah.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Dan. How are you? Hello?
Okay.
I'm just calling to see how you are and to talk to you for a minute.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Watching the show.
That's good. What are you watching?
Inside Miami.
CSI Miami. That's a good show. That's what you were watching last time I watched a crime procedural show. It reminds me of the police and how it's weird that I always watch the CSI Miami. But they're going after killers, and they're very diverse on TV, but it's placation.
Yeah.
You know, Dan? You think it's cultural placation, Dan?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Dan. We'll talk to you later. Good to hear from you. Yeah, it's
movies are always gonna. It's already the police were cowboys on TV. I think that the police are the cowboys of TV.
Yeah.
Sort of now.
Cowboys
you have these cowboys, and you're like, look at this cowboy. They're wholesome and good, and always doing the best thing.
I heard some weird internet factoid that cowboys were mostly black.
Really?
Yeah, because they were
wow.
the laborers or something, back in the day.
Wow.
So yeah. That's not because they weren't John Wayne. That's how you think of cowboys kind of goes to right to kind of John Wayne because all those movies were made in the 50s. So,
Oh my God.
Maybe it's actually Blazing Saddles and not.
Wow, Blazing Saddles though. Not really the beacon of cultural forward thinking either.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we pretty much made it. We only have 2 minutes left. So I'm gonna thank Rocks and Flies and Clumsii and John and Dan Dobler and I think it's probably Mark, which is Low Profile Podcast. Which
yeah, it is.
Mark, if you're still watching, I I still kind of want to get on that low profile
Low
podcast.
profile on the YouTube. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna put them on our like favorite YouTubers there on the side.
You always low profile have YouTube channel too?
Yeah, I mean, otherwise he would not be able to comment. I feel like.
Oh yeah. But does he? I don't know if it's good. There's videos as long going along with.
Oh, maybe not. You're gonna find it out.
And thank you, Freddy. Thanks for being here today. How's the production end going?
It's going good. It's we're about to go into August, so it's time again to turn in some episodes to TCTV. But that's a lot easier than it used to be. We're keeping up okay on YouTube. We're not like right up to date, but we're releasing episodes every single day at least. And it almost I wonder, would you prefer having today's episode released immediately after it's recorded, or like a little bit of time in between or something? I don't know.
Immediately.
Okay, immediately it is.
ASAP, because it's like it used to. That's what I was doing. Or yeah, I think why not? Right? It's like kind of crazy. It could go like immediately on there. Like that's good.
Immediately,
you have a title? You have a title in your mind at all?
I do. Yeah. Today's episode is going to be called "The Scales of Reality."
Whoa.
Maybe after you finish the show, you can tell me what tape it was taped over.
All right. I had a good time on this episode with all this craziness, and I was thinking of good stuff. So it really kind of sometimes expands your mind. So here it is, the credits. We made it. Here it is.
All right.
Thanks for watching, everybody. It's Friday. We're on TCTV, channel 22 at 11:30 and 2 a.m. Check it out. Yeah, YDHWM.com. 360-836-4384. Call me a message. Get on TV. Yeah. 109 State Avenue, number 3. Not there. We might leave soon. Hopefully, because it's just a money hole. Fun Center is a good song. Thank you. TCTV, La Baby. Jordy Fabulous, Graham, stopthespot.org. Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. And John Webster. Viewers, you're watching. Thank you. Hell yeah, dog.
Bye.
Woo! Bye.